Hi, so today I'm here to share with you a few things. I want to share with you specifically three things that will help you create more independence for yourself. And when I say independence for yourself, I mean from your business. It will help you with creating more ownership, more being that person who can separate themselves from this business that they've created and not be dependent on all the time. So let's call it 3 shifts to sovereignty. Now, the first shift is systems before staff. Now, what do I mean by that? I simply mean that we need to make sure systems are in place before we consider our hiring or organizing our hiring. The reason is because it tends to be where you don't have systems in place first and you just hire people feeling like, they'll come and, fill this role and fill that role and things will move. No, what you end up with is more chaos, actually. You don't end up with a solution. So it's important to know that systems come first and then your staffing. Yeah. So the structure then creates freedom. So the next thing is shift 2. Shift 2 is we need to redefine accountability. What do I mean by that? I mean that what we call accountability tends to be maybe 1 or 2 people being in charge of certain things and everybody answers to them, but there's so many nitty-gritty bits to what you do in your business. So what you need to do is create things that kind of makes everybody a leader in their own right. So no matter how small the task, or should I say, no matter how small the job is or how big the job is, you almost want to hand them a box with every single thing that's needed to achieve whatever they need to achieve, not overlooking the tiniest thing, right? So you're giving them this box and it has everything inside it that makes them become leaders. What tends to happen is they end up building something even beyond what you would, right? So another way to look at it is it's like creating a rhythm in your business so that even when you're not there, things are able to move. So hopefully that makes sense. The third shift is to protect your time. What do I mean by this? I mean that when you're able to set boundaries, right, and you are able to set priorities, this will then enable you truly create this income that you are trying to create. But instead of it being just about money, it becomes that you actually have the freedom to do stuff. So let me break it down. I've given everybody their job. Everybody has all the bits and pieces they need. So why do I need to get into the nitty-gritty of it? Why do I need to make time to manage this or that person? You're used to doing it, right? You enjoy doing it. But for it to work and for them to become what they need to become for themselves and for the business, then you're going to have to create boundaries. You're going to have to say no to this and no to that. And then you're also going to have to create what are the priorities? What are the things that you need to answer to first? And, whatever that may be for you, this is what I'm referring to. Create your boundaries, create your priorities, and then this turns your income into actual freedom. Now, why do we need to make these shifts? We need to make these shifts because at the end of the day, we are trying to create businesses that will serve our lives, not businesses that will consume our lives, right? So let's make this shift. See you later.